Right, hello everyone, welcome to PRF1 Friday night, final of the season at Abu Dhabi do, for full qualifying, 50% race as usual. Obviously, Hambo already the driver champion, but still more to play for, and certainly the constructor. So I'm gonna take a look. If you bear with me, I tried to get these stand-ins onto Lightstream for me to be able to show you on screen as I normally do, but unfortunately it wouldn't let me today, so I'm just going to have to sort of do this off of what Grezza posted earlier, so just bear with me. There's Red Bull joining as well, so it's 16 at the moment. I still think there might be one or two more joining as well. Right, okay, just scrolling up to the stand-ins. So, just looking at the drivers at the moment, obviously as I say, Hambo is champion and Master Spreads P2, so that's a guaranteed thing. Then I'm looking at, they're all mixed up, so it's a bit difficult to spot. I think 133 is that Dartmark. Yeah, so Dartmark's currently in third on 133, and I believe that's still being fought for. Oh no, not quite. Okay, no, it looks like Dartmark secured third place. So no, he hasn't actually. I thought he was still open and still being battled for. So Clem can still take that third spot. I need a big result over Dartmark tonight. So just looking at the constructors then, which is the main part tonight because the championship is still open. So we've got currently the leaders have a 12-point gap. So Aston Martin lead Red Bull by 12 points. Let's just scroll to a driver that's out on track for a second. Then you've got AlphaTauri in third, Mercedes on fourth. AlphaTauri's on 221, Mercedes 149. That's just doing the maths off the top of my head. That's 72. Yeah, so they're safe then in third. But Mercedes 149, followed by McLaren on 1448 and Williams on 144. So massive fight for P4 and the constructors still going on. But anyway, that's enough of the stand-ins because they're a little bit difficult to read as they are. So right, okay. Anyway, that's all that done. I'll come off of that now. Get stream up. Switch to that. There we are. Okay, anyway. Oh, Ethan's round. A bit of fun in the Alpha. We're up to 17 now. Raratron is with us. So, anybody else starting an actual lap? Master Raven has. In the other Alfa Romeo. Let's hope he fares better on his first attempt. So, maybe for any details on this one. Obviously Q1, just all about getting through into the next round. Mike Legend has retired from the session. There was yellows on the straight, which was the Alfa Romeo again. I think that's Ethan again, because he's just the car just up ahead of Master Raven. So we'll stick with Master Raven anyway. He seems to be the one that's going to be setting the first actual lap. Hi Grezza, thanks for jumping on the stream, mate. Hope you're well. Yes, final time on F1-21 for PRF1. We'll be jumping to 22. As you're literally on the chat, Grezza, I don't know Is there already a plan on what date the next season will start? Is it usually, or do you usually have 2 weeks off or 1 week off or whatever? Oh, and that's Master Raven round, and he's out. He's hit the wall, so both Alfa Romeos have spun on their first laps. One survived it, but the other one is out. Spin right off the final corner. Unfortunately, the car didn't cross the line, so we ain't got a lap on the board. So you would think that Master Raven will end up starting from the back. So we're with Fatal Defiance now, who's on a hot lap. Oh, Grezza, I thought you were racing tonight. I've just realised you're not on the list. I thought you were sat in the garage. Ah. So, Fatal Defiance then. Ghost Rider sets a lap, so we finally got a lap on the board. 1:37.0 gets us started. May well be good enough for Ghost Rider to get through. Mad Wraith goes across 38.1. Fatal Defiance. Well, Big D's just gone fastest, 36.7. Lap from Fatal Defiance so far looks pretty good. Takes that one in third. You'll see a different scenarios there. Some will take that in third, some will take it in second. Pretty much a driving style thing. Big D has crashed after setting a lap. He's set the fastest lap and he's crashed in the first sector. So Defiance is just going to come across the line. Didn't invalidate, so 140.9 from Fatal. There's a car just ahead of Fatal, I think it's an Aston. If we can get to him, we might be able to see where Big D has dropped it, but it's round this right-hander. Oh, it's just disappeared. But it was over, just on the right-hand side over there. It's come round, suspect clipped the curb and flown round. You don't necessarily have to clip the curb to be spun round there, to be fair. It's fine. Who's on a lap then? Who's on a lap? Will. Yeah, looks like Will's just coming towards the end of his lap. In the final sector in a way. So Will as well, down to third for that one. Yeah, I've just okay, so no start date yet, but we're going to do a few pre-season races. Okay, probably unusual time slot. Don't have to stream, I can race. Wow. Woohoo! I don't know how much I want to touch the 22 game too quick though, because I got a league that's only halfway through the season on 21. Gazelle goes fastest now on a 36.6. I did just see that Big D has put in the messenger chat that that's made the constructors a bit harder. And we've got to agree with him. Sure his teammate will be somewhere up there. Plenty of overtaking opportunities around Abu Dhabi for Big D to make his way back through the field. It's not one where we normally end up getting stuck behind. I'd imagine it's all going to be a dry race. Very unusual to see rain in Abu Dhabi. Tyre's still stuck on the track. Red Bull then goes P5. The two McLarens P5 and P6 as it stands. Hambo looks like he's going slow there, so he's invalidated. Spreader has lost his front wing. So the Aston's not having a... Well, one of the Aston's not having a wonderful start, as there seems to be debris coming off that car at all angles. The other Aston, though, is in P3, so it's not too bad. So Ethan, then, this is his second attempt. He crashed on the first one. Now, Ethan's using medium tyres, so... could be a sign that there could be some rain in the race. He's using mediums in Q1. Oh, thanks, Clem. Cheers for joining, buddy. Hang on, Clem. You're not on track either. Why are you not on track? So Mad Rafe's got your seat tonight, because you obviously can't make it. What a shame. You've gone for the Constructors' Championship. So Ethan up to P3 on the mediums then. Not sure he's using those. Let's go to Hambo. So he comes up to this right-hander. Also takes it in third. Coming up towards the end of the lap. Is it going to be straight away fastest lap of the session so far? It's going to be close, and well, not close at all. 35.2 from Hambo. Season going to P1 ahead of PRF Danny, who's just popped into P2, but 1.3 seconds ahead. Hambo and Danny, after setting his lap, has hit a wall and lost his front wing. Wall there then. Who else? Tron, yet to set a lap, is out on track. He just needs to get a time on the board with all these retirements. We'll see him through. Now, the only thing with Mike, I don't know if he just retired in the pits, or if he, because he's already won the championship, I don't want to get in the way of the Red Bulls and that, and Aston Martins, or if he actually retired on track. I didn't notice, so he's retired in the pit, so I guess he'd just go through to the next session anyway. Danny retires, but he's happy he's through. Well, everybody's through that's gets a time on the board is guaranteed. So sunny Malaga. Oh, you lucky lad. Sunning it up in Malaga while your teammates here trying to battle for a championship. For you. So, rah then, around that. So he takes it in second gear. I said there'll be a mix. You'll see some taking that corner in third, some taking it in second. You might see them pretty much all taking it in second at the start of the race when they got full fuel loads. That could be a possibility, but Rara, in a way, comes across the line, goes P11 on a 38.7 off a brilliant result during the week. He came from, on Wednesday, had a race, he came from 19th on the grid to finish P2 in Brazil. So he'll be full of confidence after that one. So master spread then on an outlap. He's the only one yet to set a time. Everybody else, if they want, can just retire. They're happily through. So he's had his man boots out all week. Oh dear. Poor Spanish people. Spreader is lucky to stop drinking to watch this. Oh dear. Okay. Spreader then. Just needs to stick a time on the board. Get himself through. I think he might be through if he just retired, to be fair, because I think he'd stay 13th, but just to be safe. We've got a yellow flag for a McLaren. I think they're just out of the way. Just out. There he is. So I understand on the... No, I was going to get that wrong then. Still on F22, we're going to be looking forward to a new layout on this track, which I think... I'm not 100% sure where it is. Is it the first sector that's different? I'm sure you guys know, because I'm not very good at keeping up to date with all that. People tires out. So that was good from Spreader. Slightly worried about Hambo's lap time, I've got to be honest. Looks like Spreader can get a bit closer than what the others have so far. Well, the Red Bull's just gone across. Yeah, Spreader does a 36.2, still a second off of Hambo. Red Bull did a 36.3, so is P3. But that's everybody that's still active safely through then. Raratron is actually going a bit quicker on his lap. Doesn't need to, of course, but so he may as well give it a go. First stand for, is it? Got rid of the chicane on the first, yeah, okay. That's right, yeah, it's just a straight run down to the hairpin, isn't it? Oh, they got rid of the chicane at the end of the second straight. I actually like that corner. So what is it? Just two left-hand corners then? Two 90-degree corners. The rough has joined. Who's the rough? Is that one of ours, Grezza? The rough? So, anyway, lovely watching Raratron go round. That's the spread. Didn't bother carrying on, no need to. Raratron is still carrying on though. He's slightly up again in the first sector. So maybe just getting a bit used to the track maybe. Getting his eye in a bit. Which, if you're guaranteed to be through, you may as well do, but on the other hand, you're obviously risking putting yourself out. So the Ruff jumps in a Ferrari. Trial reserve, okay. Ruff. Excellent. So, trial reserve in a Ferrari for the night. Teammates with Ghost Rider. Well, I'm sure he'll be better than Ghost Rider, so don't worry. He'll be showing his teammate how to do it. I've not heard from Ghost Rider yet. He usually watches the stream, so you might have heard that, or I might have got away with it until later on. Find out. Ethan retires from the session. Rara comes into the pits this time. I think that is basically all we're going to see. I don't know if you've told, is Ruff allowed to set a lap? If he's been called on late to join, then it wouldn't be fair if he does. But oh, Ghost Rider is listening. Sorry, Ghost Rider. Sorry, not sorry. So, and we've got Gumba left to join yet. Excellent, so that'll get us up to 19. And Grez, as the boss man, should be on track tonight. It's disappointing not to have him on track. I'm sorry, Ghost Rider, I didn't mean it. Honestly, I was just checking that you were there. I knew you'd react if you were there. So, just waiting to see if we're going to see the Ferrari come out on track or not. Oh no, we're not, are we? Because there's no time left. It's literally over. So the Ruff is going to be eliminated. So you're still the number one, Ghost Rider. Ruff's eliminated because he didn't get a lap in. So we're still number one. Sorry, Fatal Defiance is on a lap, I've just noticed. I don't know why he's out again. What do I say that? As I said earlier, it's probably just getting the eye in a little bit, getting used to the track again. I don't think there's a track loads of us do in our spare time very often, so the laps are too long. That's my reason for not doing it. It takes too long. So, around the right-hander. Maybe Apex joined too. Excellent, that would be a full 20. Finish work too late? If you're finished now, you're not too late. Get on the Xbox, get it on, switched on, and get in. Start from the back, do a... what's his name? That famous one. Faster first. Oh, Opmir, that's him. Opmir. Do an Opmir. So in a way, that's the boring Q1 over and done with. Kind of makes Q2 a bit boring because we've only got 12 drivers going to take part, because Ethan, Big D, Demon, I don't know about Mike, Master Raven, all binned it. I assume Mike must have binned it. And the Rough didn't get enough time to get a lap in, so we're only going to have 12 in Q2. It's better than the other week when we only had 10. Was it PRF1 the other week where we only had 10 for Q2? That was because so many crashed. Man needs to make some. What are you? Man, if you need to make. You could have a Chris or something. You'd have been fine. Grezza's old. I've seen pictures of him. He's not that old. I didn't mean that to sound like I'm stalking you on Facebook or anything, Grezza. Sorry. Ghost Rider's dropping to reserve next season. He's not really, is he? I like Ghost Rider. I'm trying to get my brownie points back. Who's this then? So this is Rapid Pajala. So the Pajala man is out on track first. He's been in Q3 a few times in the recent. I think I've been saying this every week, and ever since I've been saying it. Yeah, ever since I've been saying it, he hasn't made Q3, but I reckon he will this week. If I could, I'd have money on Pajala to make it to Q3. Yeah, totally Clem. They're my faves as well. Those two. So, Pajala in a Williams. Been a constant through the season. So, I don't know, when I was on track, he was generally down towards the back somewhere, but since I've been doing the comms, he's been getting himself, as I say, through the Q3 a couple of times and scoring points regularly, which is great to see for him. Perhaps it's me, perhaps I was in the way all the time when I was on track. I don't know. Ghost Rider, you are so racing next season. Don't be a bum. Come on, Pajala. What do you reckon he needs to be able to get through? I reckon a low 37 would guarantee it. I think he probably needs... Don't even need that much, to be honest. But maybe a mid to high 37 might be enough. It's hard to know because you don't know how much everybody was pushing in their first session because they didn't need to. Come on, Pajala. Coming up towards the end of sector 2, 58.797. Nicely through the chicane. Looks like he gets a decent exit there, so he could be on for a decent lap here. He's straight out on the softs. So the only thing might be is that he might be setting a sighter lap. I think most people would have probably been qualifying on the softs because of the time difference between the soft and medium. Because we've only got 12 in the session, there's going to be a chance for people to get through on the mediums. So Jala through round to the final corner. Come across the line. He gets us started then with a 1:37.5, so a decent lap from Pajala. Gets us up and running. Fatal Defiance on a 1:40.1. Will 37.3 on the mediums. Goes fastest. Hambo on his way round. Gazelle's just gone P2, 37.4 on the mediums. As Hambo does a 35.3 on the mediums. Oh, he's insane, isn't he? Um, he is, though. He's insane. 35.3 on the medium tyres. Okay, so Rara crosses the line, 40.3. The only thing with a couple of these drivers, so Feta Defiance and Rara there, might have been using the same tyres as Q1 in order to get a tighter lap in. About 70% of the time, that's a higher commitment than half the drivers on the field. No, that's not fair. But at least you're honest, Ghost Rider. But hopefully you'll keep yourself available as a reserve, maybe for the league. Would be nice. So I don't know if we're still on Raratron. Let's go to Red Bull then. Here he comes through this dodgy first sector. Just lose it so easily. My issues with this track were not the chicanes. I didn't mind the chicanes. They're quite challenging, they're quite fun. My issue was the long right-hander in sector 1. I've never enjoyed that one. And the chicane in the middle of the straight. That's the one I'd rather than get rid of, not the one at the end of the straight, but the one in the middle. So, Red Bull's through there anyway, he's coming up towards the end of sector 2. We know what we saw, Pajala was 58.7, wasn't he, at the end of sector 2. So Red Bull's 58.2, showing purple on my screen. I'm not sure whether to believe that, it seems to show purple all the time. Going to the sweeping right hand with a hard brake in, straighten the wheel up, brake hard, and to the double left-hander. So Alpine getting out of the way nicely, but he has invalidated, has Red Bull. Whether he just took his eye off it because of the Alpine, I don't know, but the Alpine was way out of the way, so let's go to Master Spread. Just coming up to the hairpin in sector 1. Spreader. I've got to admit, I think Master Spread might be my favourite, you know, just because of his name, being a Bristolian, and I call him Spreader. It's really good word, Spreader, for Bristolian to say. So you can't say it without pronouncing the R at the end, so Spreader. Comes through 58.1, so slightly, just a tenth quicker than Red Bull was going before invalidating. Comes round into the long right hand, sweeping bit, heavy on the brakes. Here he goes, so he stays in third gear through there. And a double right-hander to finish us off. Comes across the line, it's going to be a 36 in fact, 36.1 puts in P2 on the medium tyres. Hambo's happy with what he's done, he's retired from the session. I think Spreader will probably be happy with that as well, and I think Gazelle probably will as well, and Danny for that matter. I don't think they need to worry too much. Let's go to Ghost Rider then. Ghost Rider's got a name. He's good for a Bristolian as well, isn't he? Yeah. Good night, Dad. Well, then Ghost Rider, what can he do? 59.4, so he's looking, as it stands right now, somewhere around the 37.4, so mid to high 37s, I would say, is where we're looking. which would put him around P7, P8. Looks good for those couple of corners. Oh no, 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 no! My word! There goes the end plate, right next to the pits, thankfully. Oh, I thought we were going to lose Ghost Rider then. I'm amazed that's just taken an end plate off, actually. Mad Wraith. Yeah, I didn't... Oh, I think he's invalidated off the final corner, so it's invalidated this lap as well. Last lap and this lap. So, Red Bull's back out on an out lap now on the mediums. Let's just go to a couple of the guys that are still on track. Q-Ball. No, he's over 2 minutes on his lap for some reason. And the other one just went into the pits, so we will be looking at Red Bull, really will be the next hot lap contender. No Mad Race invalidated. So, going back to Bajala, he's looking pretty good at the moment on the 57.5. Just wonder if he might come out at the end just to try and defend it, just in case of these guys below nipping out on softs. But, of course, that would use a different set of tyres. I suppose for the guys in this session, even if you do get eliminated from this session, we're starting P11, P12. Ain't the worst thing in the world with tyre choice and fresh tyres to start the race as well. So that's going to all change on 22, isn't it? You can use whatever tyres you want. You can start whatever tyres you want. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I kind of like the Q2 thing as it is right now with the, you know, do you take the risk on the mediums or not? And then once you have, do you think it's good enough? Do you not? Should you come out on a set of softs just in case? I like all that stuff. I don't like the way it's done now. Just use softs all the time in qualifying and then choose what you want for the race. Seems pointless to me. So then, Red Bull, I didn't see his time at the end of sector 2. It showed up purple again on the graphic. So, see his fuel light is flashing away already. Red Bull then rounds and into the final corner. Looks like it's going to be comfortably fast enough. 35, 36, 6. So 36.6 puts in P4. I think that will get him through. I don't think he's got to worry about that. As we see, Mad Wraith now out on 3 lap old softs. I don't think I'd want to get into Q3 on 3 lap old softs. I honestly don't think I would. I think I'd just say, do you know what, I'll just take the 11th for 12th and get tyre choice at the start. That was me. So across the line then, he's going to come. It's going to be a 36.6, which puts him P5 and I think safely through. But on 4 lap old soft tyres, can't be ideal. The soft tyres do not last very long at all here at Abu Dhabi. So they're probably only... You might see him pitting after about 3 laps. Maybe 4. We'll have to see. So Fatal Defiance across the line, goes quicker, and is P10. But Ra is on an out lap, Ghost Rider's on a hot lap. Ghost Rider needs to beat a 37.8 exactly. From what I saw on the sector 2 time, I think he's on that sort of pace. That McLaren needs to get out of the way. He had a little moment on the exit there though, did Ghost Rider. So I don't know whether that's going to cost him across the line. It is indeed. It's a 37.9, goes P11. No, and I don't think he's got enough time now. It's only 30 seconds left, so unless he's continued on, we'll soon find out, because if he's continuing, he's going to stay ahead of the Haas, isn't he? Whereas if he isn't, so Ghost Rider 1/10 down. Oh, I didn't get Raratron's. Sorry, 1/10 up, Ghost Rider. So he's improved in the first sector. Those drivers start retiring out. Not so good thing here for Ghost Rider. He's continuing on. Oh, he's not taking the chicane in the middle of the straight very nicely at all. But he's giving Raratron a tow all the way along the straight as well in the Haas. And yeah, so Ghost Rider does back out now. I thought that might be coming because he just went too deep into the chicane in the middle of the straight, which unfortunately has ruined his lap. But, you know, as I said, even if Raratron goes faster now and Ghost Rider starts P12, it's not the end of the world at all. Free tyre choice at the start of Abu Dhabi with fresh tyres is actually quite a nice place to be. I don't know why it's still showing Ghost Rider, because I'd moved to Raratron. Let's go on board with Raratron so we can actually see it. To the final corner and across the line on a 37.1. Nice lap from Raratron on the mediums. That puts him P7 and through to Q3 on the medium tyres. Rapajala crosses the line then, goes P4 on a set of softs. So I don't know whether he was just doing, whether he actually wanted to do that, or whether he was just protecting himself from being knocked out, but he didn't need to. Ghost Rider had finished. Fatal Defiance had retired out of the session, so he didn't need to do that, but never know, it'd make him that little bit quicker at the start of the race, only for a couple of laps probably. So it is a track where the softs die very quickly around here. So, I mean, these guys that have qualified on mediums are going to have options for the race, because they can... Really, this is a two-stop around Abu Dhabi. It's one of the only tracks of the season which is a two-stop in a 50%er, but you can potentially do a one medium to hard. I would say that's more a tactic you might employ if you're a bit further down the field, to be fair. But hey Shadow, thanks for joining again tonight, mate. This is PRF1 tonight, buddy. Good league, final race of the season here at Abu Dhabi. Yeah, they do, don't they, Ghost Rider? So yeah, we were watching you there, Ghost Rider, and it just took you too deep into that chicane in the middle of the straight. It was just that kind of ruined your chance. You were 10th up in the first sector there, so never mind. As I said, mate, starting 12th around here with fresh tyres and tyre choice isn't the worst thing in the world at all. So it could actually benefit you in the race. I would rather start P11, P12 around here than sort of just inside the top 10 at like 8th, 9th or 10th. Let's put it that way. So I think we're just waiting for somebody. Somebody must be spinning. Donut of death. Don't think I'm struggle, but you would have priority, yeah. Yeah, have a think about it, as Clem said. Have a little think. Certainly, I don't think any leagues like losing good drivers. It doesn't matter about pace at all. It's just whether you're a good driver on track, and you are that Ghost Rider. So no league likes losing those types of drivers that you feel comfortable going side by side with into corners. It's So then, Hambo, Spreader, Gazelle, Roadkill, Pajala into Q3 again. I told you, he's been doing it a lot recently. I'd say about 3 out of the last 6 races, I think he's managed Q3 now. Red Bull in 5th, Rafe 6th. So in terms of constructors, it's advantage Aston Martin because we lost the Red Bull. This is between Red Bull and Aston Martin, so we lost the Red Bull at in Q1 and crashed. So I'm sure Big D will make his way through the field, but it's obviously advantage Aston Martin. I think it's Ryan who's not readied up or whatever. A few at Ryans going on. Come on, let's go. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to go and grab myself a coffee, guys. I'll be back in a second. Oh, is that why we were holding up so that Gumbo could join? Well, I'm still stuck on the results screen. I'm not going anywhere. Why does it mean lobby would be in trouble? Oh, I don't know. I'll leave that to everyone else. I don't understand all that stuff. Too technical for me. Shadow, give me another wave if you're still with us, buddy. Or have you just nipped in to say hi? Well, if you are there, but I was going to say, what do you think of a 35-3 on the mediums for Q2 from Mambo? That to me seems like a monstrous lap. So I'd expect to be seeing him doing a 34 pole position in softs in Q3. Yeah, you're still there. It's a damn good lap, innit? And I mean, you know all about your rapid yourself, Shadow, so you know all about that. So he always does this, Sambo. He's a very quick driver, and he does seem to always have the edge like this in qualifying, but then a race is a completely different thing. I mean, if this was the top 3 for the race, which it could be, left, you know, if Spreader can hold on to him for those first 2 laps, the DRS around there is huge. It's difficult to get away a little bit. So then, here we go for Q3. Pole position shootout. We've got Will, Red Bull, Hambo, Danny, Gazelle, Master Spread, Rafe, Q-Ball, Pajala, and Raratron will fight it out for the pole position. So, go on then, guys. Let's have your prediction for top 3. Anybody doesn't put Hambo first, P1. I just think you're on cloud 9 if you don't put him first. That's fine. Don't need any other details, do I? So then, who was first out? It was an Aston Martin. So that means it. No, it wasn't an Aston Martin. Who was it then? Isn't that an Aston Martin on track? I swear I'm going blind. That was Gazelle, but someone's overtaken him. So was it Hambo then? Yeah, so Hambo's going to be first out then. Or first round to complete a lap and set the target up. What's wrong with him hitting A, Fatal? I don't... Sorry, I'm lost in here. I don't understand. Why shouldn't have hit A? So, Hambo, my man, I'm calling a 34 for pole position. If you let me down... You didn't let me down last week. At Brazil, I called the 106, you hit it. But you let me down the week before at whatever track that was, because I can remember telling you off in the podium interviews at the end. So here he goes. A few sparks coming out the back of the car. It's down to turn 1. Oh, pretty nice. Just listening, it all sounded flat out to me. Around the right-hander. Down to third, around the chicane, into the hairpin. Down to second. Sort of, kind of like a cutback. I find the best way to take that one. Take as much speed into the straight as you can. And as late as you possibly can on the brakes at 100 metre board roughly. Onto another straight. The old starting grid, as you can tell by the marks on the tarmac. Will look pretty good through the chicane as well, and through there. 6 full, as much speed as possible down into this long right-hander, into the heavy braking, and we got the double left. All seemed pretty good. Whether this would be the 34 or not this lap, I don't know. Might be taking it a bit easy. I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be 35. 35.2 gets us started then from Hambo. But I am convinced he's got a lot more in the locker than that. Gazelle goes 36.4. Will 36.2. Red Bull through the final corner. Crosses the line to a 36.5. Master Spread's just coming to the end now. Who was that? That was Cue Ball's done a 36.1, goes into P2. Master Spread 35.7. Puts him P2 for the moment. Pajala's done 38.1. We know he could do better than that. He did a lot quicker than that in the second qualifying session. Mad Rafe then for Aston Martin, standing in for Aston Martin. Going to play a huge role in the constructors tonight. Goes into P3. That's not what Red Bull would want to see. They want to see that reserve tonight for Aston Martin struggling a bit, not sticking the car in P3 and qualifying. That's not what they want. And Danny's invalidated there, but he's on an outlap, so it makes no difference. So, but details, what details do you want? See how old tyres are then. See how old tyres are? Well, they're all 1 lap old, mate, after they do a lap. I don't know. Dark Lord has joined. The Dark Lord has joined. He needed to join as well. He's still fighting for P3 in the drivers. No, that's Dark Mark, isn't it? I'm getting confused between Dark Mark and Dark Lord. So, Danny then coming along the straight, down towards the chicane. See there, he brakes. It looked to me like he braked about 30 metres before what Hambo did for that corner, which is obviously significant. So it looked like he braked quite a bit before the 100-metre board, whereas Hambo seems to brake just after it. Sorry, it must sound like I'm having a Hambo loving at the moment. But to be fair, I've got to admire some of his ability. Well, I do anyway, because I'm nowhere near it. Danny, a good driver. Another one I think had a good week as well. Didn't he win a race in the week, Danny? I think I saw. He's invalidated on the penultimate corner. He would have gone 35.8, which would have been enough for P3. So he knows he's got the pace to get a high qualifying position. But unfortunately invalidated. Well, he's got the pace to challenge Spreader, hasn't he? Get himself maybe either ahead or between the Astons. So we need to get round and pit. It's the thing with this track. Laps are so long, you can't hang about at the start of Q3 because the time disappears on you pretty quick. He needs to get round quick, does Danny. Ravachon not coming out for a first run, looks like he's just going to do a final run. Hambo's back out on an out lap, as is Will and Gazelle as well. Yeah, just checking where they are on the track, so it looks like Hambo was the first to come out for a second run. Second and final run. Yeah, I guess you can. Stay there a minute, there's not a huge amount of time in this session. Well, the 1 for 2 in the race, I think it was Raratron. Was it Raratron? No, or Rafe. I can't remember. It was one of them. Was on like 4-lap old softs that he got into the top 10 on. So he's going to be one to look for. Because he could be pitting after just 3 laps or something. Because they do not last long. Hambo then starts at his lap. It shows purple on my screen. Obviously going up against himself. He's got a 4/10, just over a 4/10 gap to Master Spread in away. There's a yellow in sector 1. It's that was just a car. That was a McLaren getting out of the way of another car. So no dramas. Hambo then didn't look completely tidy through the chicane, which may affect his time towards the end of sector 2. Usually I say that and he's like half a second up or something. 10th and a half up. So starting to look like I'm not going to see that 34. Which I think if Hambo doesn't hit 34, I think he should get a 10-place grid penalty. That looked nice through there. Through the final corner. He does do a 34. 34, he must have heard me about the 10-place grid penalty. He's done a 34.8. He's even got enough time he could do a cool-down lap and then go again if he so wishes. So who were the other ones we saw out? Will was on an out lap, so let's go to Will. And then Gazelle was the next one, wasn't he? So go to those guys. See how Fatari gets well out of the way. Will through the final corner. Goes 35.7, takes half a second and goes P3. That's a good lap from Will. Gazelle then. Slightly up in sector 2. Oh, he's backed off though. He was actually the AlphaTauri we saw getting out of the way. Let's have a look then. Spreader, where are you? You are 3/10 up at the end of sector 2. Improves by nearly 7/10. Up to a 35.0 from Spreader. So Hambo actually needed to improve that lap. in the end. Otherwise, Spreader would have got him. That fills us with a bit more confidence for the race. It might be a bit closer. Cue Ball, 3.5 temps up on his PB. So he's challenging close to Will here. If he could find a bit more in the final sector, he might nip into third. Wide a little bit. Yes, finds over 5.5 temps and goes P3. Well done, Cue Ball. Trying to see who's Hambo. Down. I just wonder if Hambo's going to go through again. No, he's not. He's into the pits. He's done. Oh, he wouldn't have actually made it because it just counted down. Will is going slow. There's got to be others on a lap. Red Bull's just finished. No, he didn't improve. Gazelle then is up. Comes through the final corner and crosses the line. It's a 35.7. He improves by 7 temps and goes P4. So the AlphaTauris go P3 and P4 today. Danny and Raratron don't have times on the board, but are both on track. Let's go to Raratron. He's a bit further round. So Rara through the final corner, crosses the line to a 36.7, puts in P8. Danny, we saw earlier he had decent pace on a lap he invalidated, so through the final corner, looks like he took that pretty well, and it's a 35.6, which puts in P4. So a fine lap from Danny. Def Will isn't doing another lap. Cue Ball is into the pits. That is the end of qualifying. So congratulations to Hambo on yet another pole position with that 34 I was asking for, 34.883. Spreader though made him do that. If Hambo hadn't improved that lap, Spreader would have taken the pole position with his 35.0, which sets us up for what will hopefully be good race, a close race. Cue Ball takes a fine P3, but look how close that was between Cue Ball and Danny. And then look at Gazelle and Will as well. But the AlphaTauris with a great qualifying P3, P5. And to be fair, I think Aston Martin will take P2 and P7, considering one of the Red Bulls is down towards the back of the grid. So, but it's actually a long race around here, 28 laps I believe, around Abu Dhabi, and it's a long lap. So it will take a while, and you're likely to see a safety car, I'd imagine. It's not a high risk around here. I'm not even sure if it's rated a medium risk, but still, the length of the race, I think there's a chance we may see a safety car in there. So just to confirm then, there's Hambo, Spreader, Cue Ball, Danny, Gazelle, Will, Rafe, Red Bull, Raratron, and Pajala in the end does have P10. He will be starting on the softs in P10. So I can do the rest. Well, look at that. In that final session, we had 2 invalidations and a warning. That's all. The warning's just speeding in the pit lane because you don't get a penalty for it in qualifying, so just do it anyway. Not that I do, of course. I brake. But the 2 invalidations came from Danny. So, will everybody 2-stop? Will somebody be sneaky and try a 1-stop? Let's not talk about safety cars. Oh dear. No, Michael, no, that was so not right. Yeah, fair point. At least we're not equal on points going into this. If even worse. Okay, so obviously we're going to a little break now, guys. So bear with me. I'll pop you on the break screen. I'll be back with you as soon as I can. We go at 21:39, so 9:39. So it won't be too long, and I'll be back with you shortly. Just bear with me. Right, hello everyone, we're back. We start the formation lap. Let's go to tyres quickly so we can have a look. As you can see, we are up to the full 20 on the grid for the race, which is great. For the final race of the season, it would have been disappointing if we didn't have a full grid for the final race. So, oh, Danny gets disqualified. Never mind. Anyway, tyres wise, the whole of the top 10, apart from Pajala, got through on mediums, so he's the only one starting on softs. Obviously, I mean he's got to pit early, but hang on, somebody else did 4 laps on softs and got through, didn't they? Oh, I'm confused. I'm well confused. Anyway, predicted strategy, medium, medium, soft, or medium, soft, soft, medium. I don't think anybody will be doing a free stop. Yeah, you can potentially do medium, hard, one stop as well. I don't know if we'll see anybody bother with that. But we might see somebody gamble. So, what do we want? Don't want lap delta. Check the tyres outside the top 10 then. If I just say that Demon, Mike and Dark Lord are starting on softs, but everybody else has gone for mediums first. It won't take long. The softs do not last long, as we've already said, so the mediums will become the superior tyre pretty quickly. So, what do you guys reckon then? Will it be another Hambo win to show why he's champion? Do you think Spreader might come back from the disappointment of losing the championship to sort of show why he was challenging throughout the whole season? Or do you think we might be in for a surprise and anybody else to win the Grand Prix? I think Hambo probably goes into every race as favourite, but if it always works out that way, he'd have won every race, wouldn't he? Which he definitely hasn't, so in a way, I don't know if the lights are coming on. Yes, they're out, and off we go, and it looks like Spreader got off the line pretty well. Might be able to challenge into turn 1. No, Hambo closes that gap. It's never going to happen, so they get away. Somebody has fallen right down. Will has fallen right down to the back. He's round at turn 1. He gets going again. Let's hope he's not got any damage, but let's get back to the action. We don't want to miss this. So, everybody coming through the chicane. Pretty much in order. There's a Ferrari challenging a bit further down. So this is Red Bull. He was fighting there with Raven. So it looks like Red Bull's come out on top. Somebody else falling right down. Ethan is falling right down. Sure what's happened there to Ethan. I can only assume he's got damage. I can't see any damage on the car, so I'm not entirely sure what's happened there to Ethan. But Hambo still leads the way. Master Spread P2, Q-Ball 3 P3, Danny in P4. Rafe has made up a couple of positions for Aston already. Whereas Big D, he's made it up 3 places from 14th to 11th. So he's made a good start to the race. But look at Dark Lord up 10 places at the start. And 20th on the grid up to P10 already in the points. Fantastic start to the race from Dark Lord. So, and Big D and Dark Lord are fighting. Big D gets ahead of Dark Lord. So, the second Red Bull is already into the points. Not what Aston Martin would like to hear. That is a... Oh, that's our reserve is out. Our trial reservist is out. The rough. Right, guys, you should be back. I apologise, I've been commentating away. I moved it back to the game screen. For some reason, it didn't work. I hope you can hear me now. Yeah, thanks, Shadow, for confirming. I'm so sorry. We've, oh, I'm sacking off Lightstream. It's a pile of crap. I pay for this Lightstream stuff, and it's bloody rubbish. So, basically, what did you miss at the start? Ethan dropped down towards the back. Fatal had to pit. Fatal Defiance had to pit on the first lap. As you can see, Red Bulls had to come in now. So that's both McLarens have had to pit early. Our reserve trialist unfortunately went out first lap on the penultimate corner. That brought out a virtual safety car. But the big things to note, Big D already up 4 places and into the points for Red Bull. So we have a Red Bull leading. Aston currently 2nd and 6th. As Big D makes a move on Raratron and moves into P9. And he will be looking to see if he can get after Mike Legend now, who's already up 8 places. Jumper off the start was actually Dark Lord. He was up 10 places. He was in P10. He was off to a great start. Oh, was it rough? Oh, cheers for joining, mate. So Gumba came back into track and took you out. Oh, it's just a shame for you, man. Been nice to see you drive in. As Mike's round. Mike is round. Rejoins. But I don't think did he hit anything? I'm not sure. Hambo sets the fastest lap. Hambo beginning to get away now. As the Aston Martin of Rafe could be in line for an overtake this lap. It'd be huge for Aston Martin to get up into P5. It really could be that the second car of the Red Bulls and the Aston Martins, as Mike pits and Rapid Pajala has to pit. Oh, Pajala, unfortunately, dropping down the field, having to pit early. But yeah, the second car in each team could prove the most important here. Hambo wins the race with Spreader second. Red Bull gains 7 points back. The gap would be 5. So, in a way, Rafe and Big D are going to be massively important in this race. As Rafe gets a bit out of shape. So he's trying to chase down Gazelle. He is still within the 1 second. He's got the DRS. We caught back up a bit there. Onto the chicane. So, have it. There's yellow flags. It's going to go down. I don't think. Yeah, whatever that was, they were straight away going again, so it wasn't. Can't have been very big a contact if there was one. Dark Lord then on the back of Ghost Rider is currently our closest. Along with Ethan on the back of Goomba, actually. There's no one. Ah, okay, Fatal. So is Fatal back with us then? No, he's ghosted. Let me see. Not that. Senny's offline. I'm back into the game. As there's a virtual safety car out. I don't know, was that Pajala? Not entirely sure what happened there to bring out the virtual safety car, because I was looking at the Fatal Defiance and inviting him back. So, VSC out. You can see there's disconnections going on and coming back in because I'm losing the timings. Oh, and Ethan picks up a drive-through, speeding on virtual safety car. Oh dear, Ethan's race goes from bad to worse. Having already had to pit, he's now picked up a drive-through. Just check. We've had a few... oh, don't tell me he's just picked up a second drive-through. What's going on, Ethan? Well, won't actually tell me there, unfortunately, on the penalties, but I think Ethan has picked up a 2 drive-throughs. Yeah, Fetter's back with us, excellent. Just have a quick look through. Just for the timings to come back up. Actually spreading out a bit. Oh, and Ethan retires. Is that in the pits? I take it. It is. So Ethan retires in the pits. We don't like to see that, but as I said, I think he picked up a double 2 drive-through penalties. The yellow was just it's Ethan's car retiring. That's all it is. It's gone now. So nobody within a second of the car in front. Mike is close to Red Bull. That could change, especially if he gets a toe off him along the straight. So Mike, it just twisted round. Alright, that sounds better. Rough. Got taken out by Gumba, apparently, but Gumba disconnected, so he got taken out by an AI by the sounds of it. Rather a shame on his first race. We would have liked to have seen him do some laps. Poor guy's jumped in qualifying, didn't have enough time to set a lap, and then he's out on the second last corner for the first lap. So oh, and Red Bull is into the wall. Ouch. And that'll be a pit stop. At least he ain't got too far to go. That one would have hurt. So Mike is coming in. I just wonder, I think Mike might have just got caught in that before the car ghosted. So into the pits. Just double check this with Mike, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see a wing change. Yeah, there's no right end plate on there. So in that case, let's go off to Big D. It was already recovered to P7. If we can get past Demon, the next guy out the track is the Aston Martin of Rafe. So past Demon he goes. So Big D already recovered to P6. He's now chasing the Aston Martin that he needs to beat. So Big D doing what he can. See the gap 1.8. If Big D finished 5th, he would pick up 10 points. 6th, I can't remember, is it 8 points for 6th? Obviously this is a huge moment. I will continue to keep an eye on that gap. He's going to nip to Ghost Rider because he's got the back of Raratron. As that Lord gets past Gumba for P11. Let's just keep an eye on Ghost Rider. We'll wait to find out from him. It might be, if sad if it is, but it might be his last race with this Ghost Rider. So let's see what he does. It's worse. Oh, hang on. Right, okay. That better? Is that better? As Ghost Rider makes the move and moves into P8. Gets past Raratron on the first DRS parts of the straight. Let's just keep an eye on this, see if Raratron comes back at him here. Looks like the gap may be slightly too big. Don't think he's going to be able to come back. Mike is good and nice. Game sound also went up. Look. As long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. I'm just going to put a pad over there. I'm going to keep my mic wire away from me so that I can't accidentally lean on it or something. In a way. So then, Rah and Ghost Rider, they remain our closest battle at the moment. Let's get rid of the penalties. I don't like keeping penalties there. Go to tyres for the moment. Okay, so Demon is into the pits. I think that's our first schedule. Oh no, and Aston Martin's out. Aston Martin is out, Mad Rafe. He's lost it on this right-hander. He was over to the left-hand side there. Let's see if he's still there when Goomba goes by. Well, that is huge for the constructors. There he is over there. He's lost it on the right-hander. This effectively means that Big D, if Hambo wins this race with Master Spread second, it would make the gap 5 points. So Big D would need to score 6, which I think is what you score for 7th, I believe. So obviously there's a potential of fastest lap there for Master Spread that could then see its level, but that potentially is what difference that has made. It's also brought out a full safety car, so oh, that is huge. And Clem, oh Clem, you shouldn't have gone away, mate. Clem sees his Aston Martin in the wall. And potentially his constructor's hopes disappearing in front of his eyes while he sits in the sun in Malaga. So into the pits comes Hambo, into the pits comes Master Spread, into the pits comes Big D. Red Bull may be double stacking. Oh, no, they're not. Hambo's already on his way. He's gone. He's gone. So into the pits comes Ghost Rider, Raratron. So Q-Ball and Danny have decided to take track position and move into P1, P2. Could be significant, as they could well get in Hambo's way. You've got to feel now, really, to hold on to this Constructors' title that Master Spread's going to need to beat Hambo here in Abu Dhabi. Unless something happens to one of them. But I think that is going to be the way that Aston Martin can still take this Constructors' title. Is Master Spread beating Hambo to win this Grand Prix, which means you'd feel that he needs to keep it penalty free, doesn't he? But he's shown he can stay close to Hambo. Hambo did start to disappear a little bit, but not massively. So on the same tyres, I just wonder if Master Spread might have preferred then to go the opposite to what Hambo's done. Surely they're not thinking a double soft to the end, because that'd still be 14 laps on each. Which is too much for softs, surely. So I think it's going to be a soft stint followed by another medium stint. Both of them. See people in AI going the safety car. Who's taking a gamble then? I'll tell you who's taking a gamble. Mike Legend is taking a gamble, and he's gone to hard tyres. So that is Mike thinking he might actually go to the end of this race on those tyres. That's what he's thinking to himself. We'll see if it works. Obviously, it would depend on there being no more safety cars. It's, well, I kind of hope in a way that Kubo and Danny don't sort of come into this in a bad way when Hambo or Master Spread are trying to get past them, or Big D for that matter, who's in P6. So let's see. Just looking down at the track map, I'm pretty sure this will be the last lap under safety car. We'll be going again lap 12. So there'll be 17 laps remaining. So perhaps a great shout from Mike Legend, you know. Going to hards now. I think Will would have been better served coming off of the hards that he's on. But Mike, that could be a great shout, because I don't think another safety car is that likely. And a great shout. I'm not saying he's necessarily going to win the race for this strategy, although if anybody could, it would be Mike, to be fair. It's going to be interesting. So how are they likely to split this up then? I can't imagine they're going to do 2 soft stints. Surely that's just out of the question. I'm thinking more like it's going to be... Oh no, do you know what? Now I'm thinking they are going to. Because these are fresh on 2 9-lap stints, effectively, isn't it? Or a 9-lap and an 8-lap stint. So actually, yeah, I'm thinking they are probably going to do a double soft stint to the end. It's either that, or Spreader. If Spreader can't get past Hambo on track, he might try something different as we get going again. And Danny, well, it doesn't look like Q-Ball really caught him out, but Danny not close enough to make anything happen. Hambo just catching the cars in front. They're not too long, are they? Things massively superior. Problem is for Spreader, he needs to follow him through behind. That's Gazelle. Gazelle was a hairpin. He's recovered. Let's go in again. As Hambo moves into P2. It looks like Spreader's going to follow him through. Oh. Look at the inside of Hambo. Luckily, Hambo was aware of it. But closes the door. So Spreader managed to follow him through. Red Bull picks up 3 seconds and is out of the race. Red Bull is out. Oh, there's carbon fibre. He's lost it on the penultimate corner. Oh, hopefully, I don't think we're going to see... I'm sure a safety car would have come out already. As Q-Ball seems to just close the door on Hambo. It's forced Hambo off wide a little bit. Took out one of the speed signs, the braking signs. Let's go to the broadcast cam because Spreader is having a go. Oh, little push out of the way. He was going to get caught up behind Q-Ball there. As we move to the right, pushed Hambo out of the way. And into the lead then goes Master Spread. That could be pivotal in this race for the championship. But the thing is, can Spreader actually create any sort of gap? Because, as we know, the DRS is huge. As Raratron and Ghost Rider are having a battle further down. Looks like Raratron comes out on top of that one and moves into P7. Particularly want to move off these guys at the moment because this is what we're here for. This is the Constructors' title being decided in front of our eyes right now. So this is where we need to be. Obviously DRS will activate this lap, so Spreader puts in the fastest lap of the race. Hambo sticking very, very close to the back of Spreader at the moment. Spreader. So you'd think probably ain't going to be much Spreader can do here. Hambo looks like he gets a better exit to me as well. So he'll open up the DRS. Spreader's using that energy to defend, but as we know, the DRS effect here is absolutely massive. Will Spreader be able to stay close enough? Doesn't look like it. So it'll be Spreader's turn to try and stay close enough to Hambo for the next lap. He is going to have a look at the inside. Stops the car well, but couldn't get the move done. Alright, they come again. So, as I said, it's going to be Spreader's turn to try. Similar on energy, really. Not much difference. So can Spreader do what Hambo did and stay really under his gearbox and do the same back? Both of them are completely aware of how important this is. Hambo takes the fastest lap back with a 38.1, so the DRS would have helped him do that. And he is just creating a bit of a gap now. Perhaps up to 9.5 tenths. It's tight. It's gone over a second, it comes back under. It's going to be really tight for DRS. We saw the DRS line there. I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got DRS. We'll see. It's coming up to the line. Nope, it doesn't open. He's still got the toe, of course. Gazelle's had to make his way around to the pits. In he comes. Mike, by the way, on those hard tyres is up to P13. He's got on ahead of Will, who's the other driver on the hards. So it'll definitely be interesting. So I think these two guys at the front are going to get too far ahead for Mike to be challenging them, but he could maybe be challenging for that final podium position, or just off the podium, if he can make it to the end. Right, let's just take the opportunity, because Hambo's moved into the lead quite a bit now, so it's 2 seconds now. So let's just take the opportunity to go and have a look at some other guys. So this is a battle here for P9 between Fatal Defiance and the McLaren. Dark Lord, Master Raven, and Rapid Pajala, and Mike is on the back of this as well. So Master Raven gets ahead of Dark Lord into P10. He will go after. So Master Raven's another one that went to the softs. He's still looking pretty nippy, as that's Danny into the pits off a 15 lap hold. Well, that's the mediums he started the race on. He's going to go to softs. I think he's going to take the softs to the end. Again, they'll be pretty miserable come the end of this race. That's clearly what he's doing. And you would think that it's Master Raven's going to make light work of this McLaren on the straight. So here he comes. And surely under braking, he'll get this done. Goes to, well, no, Defiance is going to hold him off, but Raven's surely going to get a better exit. Picks up the DRS again. Dummy to the outside. No, it goes to the outside. It's going to make a move on the outside. So through he goes. Just approaching the corner now, and that move is completed. So Master Raven up into P8. Although we would think he's probably got to pit again. Other drivers in good positions here. Demon, P3. He might fancy trying to push those mediums out, whereas Hambo and Master Spreader surely have no chance of doing that. So Demon, well, maybe, might sneak a win if he can do that. Ghost Rider's in the same position as well if he can do it. You see these guys pitting off their mediums that they started the race on. So one's pitted lap 15, one's pitted lap 16. It's not to suggest they couldn't have taken them a bit further though. So maybe, just maybe, the likes of Demon are becoming massively important here. So Big D is taking a look at Demon. So, couldn't get the move done there. Is he going to get it in the second DRS zone down towards the chicane? But yes, whatever it is. Launches it to the outside. Let's try and do it under braking around the outside. And comes out in front. So, up to P3 goes the second Red Bull of Big D. Which means current positions, Red Bull are on for 40 points to Aston Martin's 18. And that's huge. However, if we still believe that these guys have all got to pit again, Demon could... Well, Demon and Ghost Rider, in fact, could have something to say about this race before the end. Just aware of the... I'm just aware of the tyre wear on softs. There's no way you would plan a strategy to be doing sort of what do we say it was? Is it 17 laps after the safety car on soft tyres around here? But it might be what they've got to try and do. Yeah, squares up indeed. Well, 10 points now. That you obviously posted that before Big D made the move, but 10 points now, he's up into P3. But as I say, I think the top three have to pit again. Surely, I can't see them doing it to the end. What do you guys think? And if they do, it's going to make all sorts of changes. Because I feel, for me, I definitely feel Demon and Ghost Rider can push theirs to the end. Fatal Defiance, Rapid Bajala can all push those tyres to the end. And I think they will all get past. If the front two pit, or the front three pit, I think they'll get past them all. So, I mean, obviously, we know Hambo and Master Spread and Big D are all going to be lightning quick to the end on another set of softs, but it's one thing catching, it's quite another overtaking, isn't it? Ghost Rider continues his quest. He's trying to see. This for me. This is where. So Ghost Rider's now on the back of Raratron, who got past him earlier on when he had the tyre advantage. But now the 8-lap old mediums are quicker than the 8-lap old softs. So the tyre advantage has gone the other way. Although Ghost Rider had a little moment at turn 1 there that's just fallen in, made him fall off the back slightly. Cue Ball sticks in the fastest lap of the race, 37.9. He's on the back of Danny, so we got more chance of a pass. Now, let's go back to Ghost Rider because he's got the DRS now. He's got Master Raven right on the back of him. He knows a quick driver. Surely. Yeah, I read my messages. Why? What about the 6-lap old mediums? Yeah, I saw that. Oh, and there's contact there. Rah makes contact with Ghost Rider and has forced him wide. Master Raven couldn't take advantage. Well, that looks a bit naughty from Rah that time. I don't make any aspersions or anything. It's always for the stewards. But that did look... Always a late safety car here, says Grezza. Oh, please no. Yeah, I think they got to. I think they got to try it because I think they got a potential race win. Or Demon certainly has. Obviously, Ghost Rider's a bit further back, sort of another 6 seconds down the road. So maybe not him, but Demon's got a chance. To make no mistake about it, though, if these front guys do have to pit, they will be lightning fast on the final set of softs. So then, Demon is actually on the back of Big D. So look at this. This is... So we saw Big D get past Demon earlier on. The roles are switched. These medium tyres are faster than the softs now. So he gets the move done and moves back into P3. That's good for Aston Martin, but obviously the situation right now isn't. And I mean, I'm just wondering if Hambo will push those softs to the end because he's got no reason to pit. He's still moving away from Master Spread. He's not really under any pressure to pit, so he might just take them to the end regardless what state they're in. And he's got the gap that if Master Spray did pit, then he could just react the following lap. So you've got to say, once Hambo's got past Master Spread, it's an impressive drive from him. Ghost Rider there. I was going to say gets ahead of Raratron. Raratron's into the pit, so he's given up on his sauce at 9 laps. Well, 10 laps. So that gives us an indication that these guys' tyres are beginning to go. Keep an eye on the gap between Demon and Master Spread to see if it starts coming down. So started watching at 8.8. Leave it a little while. Right, so we got then Danny on the back of Will. Oh, that's Ghost Rider. It's just gone straight across the corner. Oh dear. I don't think the Alpine's going to have DRS, but the Merc does. The Alpine of Will still gets ahead of Ghost Rider. That's Will on 17 lap old hard tyres. I'm wondering if Ghost Rider's picked up some damage. Maybe nothing obvious and visible, but I wonder if he's picked up some undercar or side pod damage, whatever. It just looks really quite slow there. Danny will now continue his quest to get past Will. This is 4 lap old softs against 17 lap old hards, and look at that. That's how easy that was, and into the wall goes Danny. Just does not brake at all, and that's going to bring out a safety car. Well, I'm not sure about that. That didn't look good from Danny. Just wondering. Right, into the pits they all come then, so... Well, I mean, sure, they have to pit, don't they? There's no question about this. They have to. It's not... There is no advantage to staying out. They've got to pit. Whether Demon will try it with track position, but I don't think there's any way you could hold them off. So, what if we say the safety car goes again lap 24, 5 laps remaining? I think we're going to see the whole field pit to softs. I can't see them doing anything else. Maybe Master Spread might say to himself, well, look, I've got nothing to lose. If he doesn't feel he can get Hambo on track, because Hambo does seem mighty quick around here, and maybe Master Spread might just decide, well, you know what, I'm just going to stick it ahead on track and just hope. But I can't see him doing that, because you'd think there's no way, surely. Nah, in comes Master Spread then. So, 2 leaders come into the pits. The only one to question really is Demon. And in he comes. You'd thought he probably would. But, so the top 4 will stay as it is, which is ideal for Big D. That's what he needed. Solidifies his position really. No, I think that's ruined the race a little bit, this safety car, you know, because it was interesting seeing what the guys are going to do with regards to tyres, about pushing them to the end. I'm sure if I speak to Hambo afterwards, he will confirm that he was just going to do whatever Master Spread does. Let Master Spread out first, and then just copy him. No, Abu Dhabi does not finish any other way, Greza. Always a safety car laid on. Nightmare. So, well, we'll never know how far up the field Mike Legend was going to get, unfortunately, on his hard strategy. Nice to see. But it's certainly nice to see everybody still on the lead lap, though. Nobody's falling a lap down, so everybody's going to be up close and racing again. Which is great to see. It's another testament to how close this league is. It's my favourite. My favourite league that I do the commentary on each week. Partly because of the racing and partly because I like the banter. And I never know what Ambo's going to say when I speak to him afterwards either. As Grezzo will know. You only need one racing lap. That's what Aston Martin boss will be saying now, but, well, we're back to what you said earlier on about the gap, aren't we, Grezza? So, currently, Red Bull are scoring 40 points to Aston Martin's 18, so they are scoring 37 points to Aston Martin's 18, so they are leading. Oh, I've lost the will. The gap's 19, 19, the gap is 12, so they're winning by 7, that's right, isn't it? As it stands. I'm just thinking who did the fastest lap. It's not a Red Bull or an Aston, is it? It was somebody else further down. So it will set the fastest lap. Someone like that. And then I tell you what, these guys that are well, Cue Ball on 6-lap-old softs, Mike on 5-lap-old softs. So I didn't realise Mike had pitted off his tyres previously. They could actually find themselves a little bit vulnerable here towards the end. DRS is activated. So we're going to go lap 25, so 25, 26 and 27 and 28 remain, so 4 laps. So I'm just working out, if Spreader got ahead of Hambo, You'd pick up 25 for Aston Martin, whereas Red Bull currently would be picking up 30. So Aston would win by 2 points if he can get ahead of Hambo. I think I'm doing that right, Greza. So it's all going to come down, yeah. It looks like that's what's going to happen, isn't it? It's all going to come down to that. The only other thing is, of course, Big D, basically needs to just avoid any incidents. I don't know. I've just got this feeling. Why didn't the safety car come in? Because Gazelle didn't catch it up. So we're going to go another lap. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, Dartmoor's pitted for whatever reason. He's decided may as well stick another fresh set on, I guess. I don't know. I've just got this feeling in my stomach that this ain't over yet. But there's still something's going to happen. I've just got this feeling that something's going to happen. And look, it's the old Lewis and Max thing. Did you see how close they were then? Let's go on forward a second with Spreader. Falling back a bit now, but they were. Well, I looked up at the graphic. It was literally exactly a tenth of a second when I looked up. Well, anything can happen from here. I suppose, in a way, we couldn't have asked for any more drama. It's a shame we lost Rafe. Obviously, we've no idea where he'd be right now. Something tells me he'd be battling somewhere with Big D, because they were pretty close on track when he retired. So there's the confirmation. Safety car in this lap. We're only going to have the 3 laps of racing. Wow. What is going to happen? How would you guys like it? Should we go on board with Spreader for the restart? See if we catch Hambo out on this. When will he go? There, he took a deliberate wide entrance into that corner to get a good drive out of it. As Grevin picks up 3 seconds, and so does Rara on the restart. Let's go back to the broadcast cam so that we can see as much as we can of what might be happening. Just know that inside that Aston Martin, Spreader will be censored. I've just got to hold him for 2 laps. If I can keep him close for 2 laps, I'll get DRS on the last lap. And that'll be his opportunity. Big D's not had a good restart. He's fallen 1.3 seconds off a Demon already. And he's got Master Raven all over the back of him. We'll go to this because it could be important. As Dartmoor picks up 3 seconds. Mike Legend is out. He's lost it on the exit of the chicane in the middle of the straight. Now a safety car cannot come out. So there is no chance of a safety car. Spreader's just dropping back, and Demon is pretty close to the back of Spreader. You can't worry about that. You've got to take your hat off a bit to Hambo, aren't you? He is fast, and this lad. I'm sure I'm not the only one willing master spread on here. I'm not supposed to remain impartial. I am impartial, but just want to see him have a chance on the final lap. So sector 1 and 2, that is a Haas, and it's Raratron is out of the race. So we've lost both Haas right at the end. Raratron and Mike Legend both go out on the final few laps after the restart. Raratron's lost it on that right-hander in sector 1. Come on, Spreader. Just wonder how much energy. Oh, they're both using their energy. Neither of them are saving it. There's not really any point, is there? It's mighty close. 1 second the gap between these two. Decide the constructors' title. Spreader, and gap climbs to 1.4. Hambo, nerves are still at the moment. Increases that gap even further. Spreader always seems to take a little bit out when on that chicane. Final lap then. Well, Hammer's not even using his energy now. Look, he's got the gap. He doesn't need to. Save that energy if he has a little moment around sector 3 or anything like that. He can use the energy. As Revan gets ahead of Big D. So that means... Well, it doesn't really mean anything because Revan's got a penalty. So let's quickly go on to the penalties. So, well, Big D gets back ahead of him in a way. It's hugely important. I don't know why Big D risks. I wouldn't have been risking that. If you get spun round there, it'll all be over. Sector 2 and 3 yellows. Again, it's a McLaren this time, a Fatal Defiance. Looks like he spun it round on the chicane. Whether he's had contact or not, I don't know. But let's go to Hambo then, who's into the final last 2 corners. Into the final corner, crosses the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for Red Bull. Master Spread in P2, Damon P3, Big D P4, Revan P5, Pajala picks up P6, Great Race Pajala, Will P7, Ghost Rider in 8th, Goomba 9th, Cubal 10th, Dark Lord 11th, Fatal Defiance. He had that spin, but he will cross the line and finish P12. Congratulations then, provisionally, to Red Bull. Barring any stewards' decisions, it looks like they have won the Constructors' title. So, congratulations to them. Obviously, we'll get the confirmation from the stewards, but we'll have to do the interviews with the results we've got. I don't think I saw either the Red Bulls, to be fair, in any sort of instance, so I don't think there's going to be anything. As Fatal Defiance then finishes off the PRF1 season. Well done, guys. It's a good race to finish us off. I'm already looking forward to next season. It's going to be a cracker. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get the guys in. Let's just watch the podium. Celebrations. This wasn't to be for Aston Martin when they lost their second man, their standing man tonight. There we go. So there's the confirmation. Hambo also takes the fastest lap, just for that extra point as well, for the cherry on top, I suppose. But a great race from the front. So a great season, can I just say, from the front to Hambo and Spreader. They raced throughout until Hambo finally took the driver's title last week. And even going into this last week, they were still battling between each other for another championship. So congratulations to both of them, because they've had superb seasons. Kept us on the end of our seats all the way through, so well done, guys. Congratulations to Demon on his P3 and podium from 15th on the grid as well, so we'll clearly pick up the driver of the day for picking up a podium from 15th in the Williams. Other than that, let's just scroll through so that Grezza's got all the positions, and have a quick scroll through the incidents so that Grezza and stewards have got anything in case they need it. There we go. So we have all that. Well, looks like we're going to take a little while to get off the results screen. So let's see if I can get the boys in again. Oh, apparently can't get Demon. Moment. I mean, should I get Big D in as well? I think I should. Sweatfest says real. I'm not surprised. Let's just go. D joins. Seems to have lost Demon. I think Demon's already gone offline, so I'm not worried about Demo.
I think he's appearing offline.
Yeah, I tried to do it through viewing his gamer card in the game, but it wasn't even an option, so I think he disappeared pretty quickly. I'm not sure.
No, he appears offline all the time.
Right.
He hasn't just appeared offline. I just invited him.
Oh, cool, thank you. That's cool. I have invited Master Spread, but whether he wants to come in or not.
Aston Martin are probably just crying at the minute.
I'll invite him again just in case. Here he is. Here's Spreader. So
there you go.
And Demon as well. Excellent. So that's all of you. Right. Well, guys. Well, first of all, obviously, if you haven't already, just include your audio. Which way? I think let's. I always seem to go in reverse order, but we're going to do it in a way because I want to speak to Demon first. So, Demon, congratulations on P3, mate. From 15th on the grid as well, so you pick up the driver of the day today. So congratulations. How did the race seem to go for you? How did you pull that one off?
Qualifying went well as always. We don't speak about that. I don't know why I did turn one. About 18 people crashed, and suddenly I was P8. And it's just a matter of driving at that point. And the other softs were pretty terrible at the start. Gone to the mediums, a lot more pace. Lovely battle with Big D in the end. And then safety car softs drive to survive. I mean, 2 warnings from like first lap, so I was lucky to not get a pen.
Right. Yeah. Fair play. Did you think for a moment there might have been a chance of you winning that race when the two ahead of you went onto softs?
No.
No. We were debating in the chat with each other.
No, he's put this off.
So. No, fair enough. I just thought, if they had to pit again, then maybe. But never mind. But no, congratulations on P3, mate. And say driver of the day, awesome drive as always. So fair play. Spreader, P2 on track, and so congratulations on P2. you're obviously chasing Hambo the whole way. We were hoping 3 laps to go after that safety car at the end. Can he do it? Could he stay? Could you stay on the back of him for the DRS or anything? What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, it was a good race. I got a little opportunity at him. The full setup was based on straight line speed. It seemed to work for me the other night, but Hambo seems to be able to match the straight line speed of my car, which isn't good because he still pulls like 4/10 through sector 3 on me as well. So I had a go at him, do what we can. He fought like he would do, considering there's a championship on the line. Hard and fair. It was a great little battle. I had fun with it. So, congratulations to them both the times to turn it round. I think Aston Martin led it from race 1 to the last race of the season and lost it on the last one. So, fair play. It was fun.
Unfortunate. Clem's been in the chat all the way through, and obviously his head went down a bit when you lost your teammate from the race. He was doing well. I think he was in P5 at the time.
They don't score anyway. Reserves don't score for the constructor. They just get their own points tallied in a reserve group.
Oh, did they? Oh, well, I didn't know that.
They won't score for me anyway. So if Rafe would have won, it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, okay.
It would have pushed us back though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd have pushed you back a bit. Yeah, it would have done. But you had a good bit of pace as well about you today, Dan. So.
Yeah.
I was buzzing with that.
Okay, sorry. Well, Grez has been in the chat the whole time, and I've been saying he could have mentioned it at some point, But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, great.
Anyway,
He can suck a
Hambo.
watermelon through a straw, he can.
Hambo, again, congratulations on victory in the
sorry,
Dhabi
Will.
Grand Prix. And obviously, congratulations to both you and your teammate, Big D, on the constructors' title. If we just do your race to start with for the race win, how did you manage it, man? How did you manage it?
Yeah, the first stint was alright until the first safety car. I think Danny and Cuball stayed out. Went to overtake Cuball, and he just left me with no track but the 50-meter sign. So I went through that, and then that spread through. And no, I don't think he fully got through. And it was just a fight down the straight. I tried to close the gap on Cuball to leave. I knew what Spread was going to do, get in front of me with his straight line speed and then cut in front. I tried to just close that gap, but when he cut across, he twatted my wing. That was a bit of a bum-on moment, but it was alright.
Sorry.
Didn't
realise.
Yeah, that's all. We actually got all
I
that
can't really
on
remember
stream,
the rest.
so-
I was just
Oh, no, cheers.
yeah, fuck you, I'm sending a clip in. You're dropping down more points.
You didn't have him on chat, so the words not coming out of his mouth.
Oh, fucking hell. It's like that, is it? Yeah.
Fucking right it is.
It was just like you were getting
beef.
Spreader, you were getting stuck behind Cuball, and you could see what Hambo was doing, and then all of a sudden you just appear and just push him to the side and just like get out of my way, and then just carry on and take the lead at that point. But anyway, again, congratulations, Hambo, on the victory. Other than that, let's speak to Big D then. Congratulations, mate, on the constructors title.
Cheers, man.
Obviously, as Spreader actually said, Aston Martin have been doing it from race 1, and you get them right on the last race. That's got to feel pretty sweet.
Yeah, fuck you, Clem.
We were 133 points behind at one point.
Wow.
Because I remember me and Amber were messaging each other going, well, we're knackered here, because I think we were 4th. And then, just turned it up. Well, Amber turned it up. I just tried to finish some races.
Well, yeah. Back when I was driving in Alfa Romeo, so I didn't really look up that end of the table, to be honest. It was more interesting if we can get ahead of Williams or something like that. But
when the season started, my aim was to win the constructors, because obviously Hambo was going to take off, and the drivers, it was going between Spread and Hambo anyway. So my aim was trying to get the constructors.
Okay. Next question I got to ask all of you. You all staying with us for next season?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah,
We'll be here.
excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Not too sure.
Yeah, she'll be here.
Very no. There's one person who doesn't like my pace, and I'm just gonna stay in just to piss him off. So yeah, I'll be there, boy.
Fair play. Excellent. So we're on to the new game. I think we're going to have a couple of pre-season races to start with
sure.
to get used to it.
Pretty
a
much
little
Yeah,
bit.
so sorry.
information on the new season, you'll find out in the chats. And
Excellent. Yeah. I do want to propose a rule. Any of you guys that drive in an actual seat with a wheel and everything, I think you should have somebody stood behind you shaking your seat to do the porpoising.
I agree.
Yeah, totally. And I think you
thank
should all
you.
have to
Love
video
that.
yourself doing it. So, you know.
I've been practicing. I've got a bad back. I'm gonna have to give it a rest for a couple of weeks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably because you're lifting your pencil at work.
Words hurt, you know. I have feelings.
Oh, that was a word.
All right. Well, again, congratulations, Red Bull drivers. Unlucky to Aston Martin, but still P2 is awesome, of course.
Shit.
But it's, well done to you guys. I'm just going to finish up the stream. So, as always, guys, a massive thank you to you that watched. The views for the last 2 weeks, by the way, and I'm sure this one will be the same, have been outstanding. Easily over 100 views on each of the last 2 races, which is great. And hopefully that'll continue into next season as well. But thanks to everybody that's watched live. Thanks to everybody that watches it back. And as always, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll give it.